Hi, welcome to Algo Waves once again. So, guys, I'm starting this small series of videos wherein we'll be discussing about basic coding in Tradetron. We don't call it a coding. Basically, it's a keyword-based condition building, and it's very effective. Basically, in Tradetron, that everybody can make their own strategies, whether it's a newbie or an experienced guy. So the video purpose of these videos is that people who are new on Tradetron and they want to like start their own condition building and strategy creation, it may be helpful for them. Of course, for the people who are experienced and the learned creators, for them it may not be of any use or maybe little use. Basically, the purpose is for the new people who want to create their own strategies. So we'll be making short videos on various keywords and how they are incorporated in strategy creation. So today I'll be discussing about selection of the strikes. As you know, we sell options, basically CE and PE. This video is the entire series of the video is for option selling only. So let us get started. So this is the home page of strategy creation in Tradetron. We have different sets. Like in the set, we have entry conditions on the left hand side and the position building on the right hand side. So we are not discussing about the entry conditions. In entry conditions, we have to put our logic, our criteria based on which the strategy will enter. We will be discussing entry conditions going forward in the subsequent videos. But today's topic is to discuss how the strikes are selected in different methods in Tradetron. Okay, to start with, let us say we want to sell something, some option, say suppose call options at 9:20. So I'm just putting a simple condition. Time is greater than or equal to, say, 9:20. So this is my entry condition. Just for the sake of doing it, I have done this entry condition. It will be very complex and lengthy entry conditions or multiple conditions. Okay, so let us see now what are the various methods by which we can select the strikes. So what we will do on the position side, we will put add. Add means we are adding a position there. So let us select an F4. Let us select call option. We take Nifty as the underlying. Of course, nowadays product is NRML, MIS are same because there is no margin benefit in MIS. So this is the key thing which we are discussing today, strikes. So by default, it is ATM strike. So what this will do, if we keep it as ATM, it will sell the call option based on the Nifty future. This is very important to note. It will sell the option based on Nifty future. You may know that there will be difference at times between the future price and the spot price of Nifty. So by default setting of ATM, it will sell the future based call option. We can select whatever expiry you want to sell, current week or current month, or we can put a formula also for that to decide whether we want to select the current expiry plus one expiry or current expiry plus two, or we can specifically mention the date of which we want the expiry on. Okay, so we will keep it as current week for now. Quantity, always in case of options, we will keep it as lot. This is the mistake which new people will do quite often, that they put quantity here. So quantity will not work. If quantity is there, then we have to put 25. 50 for Bank Nifty and 25 for Bank Nifty. But in case of lot, just put one lot. We put the add close. So this is the strike selection based on future price of the underlying, which is Nifty in this case. So this is the first method. Now, some people may like to sell the strike based on spot price of Nifty. So what we will do in that case, we just go to strikes again. Now we select the function here and then click on FX at the right side of the strike tab. And select round, LTP, and the base for Nifty is 50 because Nifty strikes are 50 points away, right? At round of 50. In case of Bank Nifty, it will be 100. Click OK. Now, this instrument name we have to select. Always select this instrument name, otherwise the strategy will not take the position. So NFO and Nifty 50. If you see here, we don't have to choose any particular expiry or anything else. So if we do this, and again same thing, current week and load, update. So this will now select the strike based on the Nifty spot price. If we want to select strikes some distance away for CE or PE, then what we have to do, like we want to select ATM plus 2 strike, that is ATM plus 100 point away from ATM. So what we will do in this case of CE plus number and 100. So in this case, it will select the strike 100 point away from the ATM. Say suppose ATM strike today is 17,000. So it will select the strike at 17,100. So this is 2 step away out of the money strike for call option. If it was a put option, we will put here minus. So that will become 100 points out of the money put option. Right? So these are the 2 methods of selecting the strikes based on spot price and future price of the underlying, that is Nifty. The next way of selection of strike is, some people want to select a strike based on delta. Like they want to sell 40 delta or 50 delta or 30 delta call option or the put option. So in that case, what we will do, I will delete this one, then again add. Now we are going to select the strike based on delta. NFO, call option, and again we put the underlying as Nifty 50. Other than future based ATM strikes, we have to always select the FX. So we'll use the keyword find strike here. Select the underlying. Let me make it a little bigger. Nifty 50. Delta is by default selected, and in the value we will put number. We will give the delta number, and we have to select what we want to sell, CE or PE. The last result tab is basically if we put any, it will select the strike which may be higher or lesser than what delta we are putting. Okay, if we select greater than, then it will take a strike which will be higher, always higher than the nearest higher than the delta what we are selecting. Same is the case with lesser also. So let us keep it any. So it will pick the nearest possible strike for the defined delta. So we put it OK. Now here we have to select the expiry. If you want to use monthly expiry, let it be as it is by default. If you want to make it weekly expiry, make it week. And offset is like if you want to make it weekly expiry, but not the current week, you want to make it next week. So offset will be 1. If you want to make 2 weeks away from the current week expiry, make it 2. So let us keep it 0 for now. And here we have to select the what delta we want to sell. Say suppose you want to sell 50 delta. So you have to mention 0.50 here in case of CE. If you want to sell say 30 delta, so 0.30. That is in the case of call options. Again, we select the month or week, whatever we want, lots, 1, add. I will add another position here to explain how the PE will be added. So in case of PE, we select the put option, we select the underlying again, and here in the function, if we want to sell the 30 delta PE, so we have to mention it minus. Remember this is very important. We have to use minus sign for the put options in case of delta setting. So this will be done. Okay, so this is selection of strikes by delta. Now another method is we want to select the strike based on the LTP. Suppose somebody wants to sell a strike which has a premium of about 100 rupees in case of Nifty or Bank Nifty, whatever it is. So in that case, let me delete this again. I will do it afresh. Suppose you want to sell a strike of call option which has a premium LTP of around 100 rupees. So what we will do, we'll sell, we'll take call option, we will take the underline. As usual, we'll go to FX, then again find strike, underlying Nifty 50. Now in place of delta, we select the LTP. This will be the LTP of the premium. And again from here number. Call option. Okay. Select the expiry. And select the number. The roughly LTP of premium which you want to sell. Suppose you want to sell 100 rupees premium, it will be 100 rupees like this. Select the expiry again, lots 1. So now this will sell the strike which will have a premium near the nearest to 100 rupees. Now it may select a premium of 105 also. It may select a premium of 95 also. See, suppose the nearest premium available is 105 on higher side and 93 at lower side. So it will take 105 because 105 is nearer to 100 than 93. If the premiums available nearest to it are 98 and 110, it will take 98 premium because 98 is closer to 100 than 110 is. Now, if you want to ensure that your premium sold should be above 100, so what you have to do, as I told earlier also in case of delta setting, we have to select the higher or greater, sorry. So now in any case, it will select the strike which will have a premium more than 100. So whatever is the nearest premium more than 100 will get, that strike will get selected. Say suppose if the nearest premium is 120, it will select 120 premium and corresponding to that premium whatever the strike is. If other premium nearest to it is 98 on the lower side, it will not select 98 now. It will select only 120. So we can control our LTP of premium by using greater than or lesser than. So in case if we take lesser than here, sorry. Now in this scenario, it will select a premium which is nearest to 100 but less than 100. So it will select a premium, say 95, 98 or 88, depending upon whichever the nearest premium available to 100. So this is selection of strike by LTP basis of premium. There are other ways of doing selection of strikes based on various Greeks of options. But generally, the delta and the LTP are most used strike selection methods. You can select the strike based on theta, vega, IV, everything, gamma. But whatever is generally used in normal option selling strategies, that is delta and LTP. So that has been discussed. Now there are some various methods also for selection of strikes based on, like if you have taken a position in set 1 based on whatever it is, based on suppose LTP basis. Now this is your strike, whatever strike. Suppose this picks a strike of 17,100 tomorrow. Okay. So now in set 2 or in repair condition, you want to put a condition, say like if your this premium LTP of traded instrument name which has been traded in set 1, we have to put the underline here always. 111. 111 means set 1, condition 1, leg 1, which is 100 rupees premium strike selected by set 1. If this goes, say suppose this goes above, sorry, traded instrument, again 111 we put. We have to always keep put the underline also. Say suppose it goes by 40 rupees. It goes to 140. This is our condition in repair. We want to repair this particular strategy if the premium which we sold through set 1 increases by 40 rupees and goes to 140. Now say suppose we want to sell a now PE also, and we want to select that the PE premium should be 80, okay, or should be the current premium of coal and 80% of that, anything, whatever logic you have. So I'll try to sell the PE with a premium which has 80% of the premium value of CE. So we'll select PE, Nifty. We always go to FX. We go to find strike. We have to put underline. Now we want the selection is based on LTP only because we are selecting based on LTP. But LTP based on what? Based on some condition, mathematical formula. Like we are selecting 80% of the current premium of this thing, set 1 strike. So we put a math operation here. We are selling PE. We select the expiry. Now LTP. Now math operation will always have 2 parameters. First parameter is what we want to do. We want to take 80% of the current LTP of the CE strike sold through set 1. So how to get that? That will be LTP. We have to fetch the LTP. LTP of what will come next? And multiply that by a number, which is our 80%. Multiply means we have to select the operator here, mathematical operator, multiply. So we select the week is selected by default. Math operation LTP. Now LTP of what? LTP of the traded instrument by set 1. So we select the traded instrument name here. This will fetch the current LTP of the call strike sold in set 1. we have to select the underlying, and we have to select the set, condition, and leg. So this will take the current LTP of the call option sold in set 1. And we have to multiply by what? Whatever you want. Like 80% of this, like suppose this is the CE LTP, CE premium LTP is now 140. And we select 0.8 here. That is 140 multiplied by, because we have taken the mathematical operator as as multiplication. So 140 into 0.8, so 112. So this formula will select now the strike of PE, which will be having the premium nearest to 112. So now in first set we sold a call option with a premium of 100, and now on certain criteria of repair. This repair can be defined by you, whatever it is. It can be a time-bound repair, like you want to sell a put option after 15 minutes. So how you will do that? Entry time. Fifty. Let's suppose you want to sell after 15 minutes. So our current time should be, repair time should be time NSC should be greater than or equal to entry time of set 1 plus 15 minutes. So this is our condition. It could be anything. It could be a profit target of call option. It could be a stop loss target, as we have put in first condition. If you are putting more than one condition and you want to exit or do the repair, we have to select the OR. Okay. So any of these two conditions, either after 15 minutes or once the call option goes into loss of 40 points, this repair will happen. And this will happen with the premium of PE, which will be equal to call option current premium multiplied by 0.8, that is 80% of the current premium, right? Now suppose you want to sell the same strike as call option after with these conditions. When this one of these conditions is met, we want to sell the same strike. So what we will do that? For that we have to select this one, and we have to just pick the same strike. So picking the strike is like traded instrument. Here traded instrument will be using set 1 traded instrument, that is call option 111. So if we keep this as it is and here it is price, it will pick the LTP of the entered value of call option. 100 के आसपास जो भी होगा, it will pick that. We don't want that. We want the strike to be picked. Like if the strike was 17,100, so we select the strike from here. So now this will select the same strike as it was for the call option. So in this case, first the call option will be sold, say at 17,100. With these two conditions, either CE going into 40 point loss or after 15 minutes, whichever happens first, your put option will be sold with the same strike as the call option. There are various hacks to this. A lot of combination and permutation can be done, but these are the basic ways of selling the options and selecting the strikes. You can work around with these formulas and try to create your own strategy. This is basically, I'm again repeating, for the people who are new to Tradetron, not for the experts. So we'll be continuing doing these small videos with different keywords so that people can learn and they can create their own strategies. Thank you guys. Thank you for your time.